When you engage us for a design process or a design of a product, we have 4 steps that we like to go through. The initial interview. During this interview, we're going to ask about the product, we're going to ask about the environment, we're going to ask about where it's used. Now, this interview can be 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. It's not a long interview. And then we're going to need some drawings, we're going to need parts, whatever you have for us to use to start moving forward. Then we're going to go back, we're going to take time, we're going to create some conceptual designs. We perhaps are going to do some physical mock-ups, test it. Is this going to work? If it's something we've done before, we may not need to go through that step. The next step is going to be what we call co-creation. We're going to bring you the conceptual design, probably will not be a physical product. Here's what we're thinking we're going to do. Is this acceptable to move forward? You probably have some input there, maybe something that we didn't take into account. This is the time we can sort of capture that. The next step is going to be prototyping. In this step, we're probably going to create 1, 2, 3 prototypes, make sure things work. Does this act the way we expect? We're going to mock it up on a rack that we have there or a container that we have there and make sure it works. At the end of this step is when you'll come back and physically review it. You're going to see a physical product. Is there anything now at this point that we need to change or make another iteration of this prototype? And then the 4th step is field trials. You'll actually have a physical product, you'll have a physical rack that you'll get from your fabricator or a tote from the tote provider. All these things will be put together. We're going to run field trials. We're very curious about what everyone has to say. Does it work the way we expect? What's the 1 or 2 things that didn't get put into this? What are the things that we missed or the small considerations? Is it usable? Does the line operator like the way it works? And at the end of this field trial, then we can then review again, see if there's any quick modifications. Do we need to do the field trial again? Do we need to start over? At the end of any of these 4 processes, we can loop back and begin again. This is never complete unless you're happy and ready to move to the next step. So we have the conceptual design at the end of the initial interview. At the end of the co-creation, we're probably going to have physical mock-ups. At the end of the prototyping phase, we're going to have a prototype that you can either come and review, we can go to your facility and review it, or we can do it online. And at the end of field trials, we know we have a product that works, ready for the final drawings, ready for any RFQs or production to begin.